Hare Krishna. So we are studying a very important chapter, extremely important chapter. Why? Because this is the chapter that gives the basis for Krishna to appear. Krishna to appear as his Grantha avatar. In Kali Kale, Krishna is present in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's very important to go through this chapter very nicely. What's happening right now is that sages Sudha Goswami and sages of Naimisharanya, they are summarizing. They are going through what has happened so far and very quickly talking about who the Parikshit Maharaj is, how he was taken birth, and then how he died. And in that context, they are talking so many good points that we have to make note of or we have to remind. So I'll just recap what are some of the important points that sages are talking. Right now, the sages are talking among themselves. So Sutta Goswami says that after Kali Yuga was punished and given a place, Kali Yuga entered as soon as Krishna departed. And after Krishna's departure, Kali Yuga had very much one and one with Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit punished him and gave him places. But he could not flourish. So that's number one point. He's saying that during Parikshit Maharaj's reign, while Parikshit Maharaj was the ruler, Kali Yuga could not flourish. And then sages are saying that Parikshit Maharaj knew that although Kali Yuga is very inauspicious, but at the same time it's very, very auspicious also. So now question come, how come it's inauspicious and auspicious both? It's very inauspicious for people who are engaged in mundane activities, who are not believer of Lord, who are not devotee of any form of Supreme Lord. For them it's very inauspicious because they will keep on gliding down, 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 hellish planet. But at the same time, it's very auspicious for people who are striving for devotional service. Why? Because in the age of Kali, if they would think good thing, that's why we should always be positive. So if you are thinking good thing, then you are getting result of doing that. But if you are thinking bad thing, then it has no punishment unless and until it is turned into action. So that's benefit. Unless and until you really hurt me, thinking bad about me is not a punishment. And then sages are saying that we are so fortunate that we are associating with each other in the Kali Yuga. Association is very important. And in association of devotee, we are hearing the Krishna Katha. But then sages are saying that we have no satiation. This Krishna Katha is so sublime that by hearing it, we are not having any satiation. And then we talked about what is the quality of a perfect speaker and what is the quality of a perfect hearer. So he is saying, Sadhguru is saying to Sudha Goswami that this is a perfect association because we are very silently, very carefully hearing with due eagerness we are hearing. And you are such expert reciter. You are so expertly reciting. So both hearer and speaker are qualified, and their qualification is that they are talking the topic of Krishna. So this is a perfect perfect situation for us to release. So please, they're saying that please, since everything is in our favor, please narrate the pastime of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tanah param punyam asamyurit artham akhyam atyadbhut yoganishtam. So atyadbhut yoganishtam akhyahi anant charito upapanam parikshitam bhagvat abhiramam. So he says, please tell us that param punyam. There are so many pastime, right, that one can hear. So these verses, if we really come back and keep on understanding the meaning of these are very powerful verses. So param punyam is not something that we can just hear and walk on. You're saying that this pastime is param punyam. This is supremely purifying. And then atya adbhuta. This is this is very, very magnanimous, very powerful pastime. This pastime can create wonder, means change the consciousness. And what is this pastime is Atya Adbhut Yoganishtam. Yoganishtam. This develops nistha in the process of bhakti yoga. So this is extremely powerful. So what is the beauty of this pastime that we are going to hear? Sages are summarizing. So please tell us. And it was spoken to such an exalted personality. Who is that personality? Parikshitam. It was spoken to Parikshit Maharaj, who are Bhagavata Abhiramam. Bhagavat, there are two Bhagavat, book Bhagavat and person Bhagavat. So this pastime is very dear to pure devotees. Or Parikshit Maharaj himself is very dear to pure devotees. So this is what we have studied so far. Then Suta Goswami start talking. Says, Aho vayam janma bhrito adhyahashma vidh anuvartapi viloma jata dauskulyam adhim vidunoti sighram mahatmanam avidhana yoga. Aho vayam janma bhrito adhyahashma. Aho vayam, alas. Oh, how here is translated by Prabhupada. Oh God, Vayam, all of us, Bilom Jatam, we are born into a mixed caste. So the understanding here is that normally you would see in the age of Kali, people who are born into lower caste, just take the example of people who are born into Shudra, what they do, they have no restrictions of eating. They will eat everything, dead or live. I don't know if you have seen or not, but you will see, that there are a group of people who move around. I have seen in my place, and they cat, anything moving, snake, anything, they'll just kill and eat. He's saying that we are born into Biloma Jata. And what is our destiny in the age of Kali? Keep on doing sinful activity more and more. Very important. Sometimes, as a devotee, we think, what advancement we have made? We are doing nothing. We have this demerit, that demerit, that demerit. Uh, But the deeper understanding is that at least we have stopped doing so many menial activity. We are not a meat eater. That's elevating our consciousness. We might not be seeing it. So Seja Sutta Goswami is saying that we were supposed to be going down. We are going up. So this is a kind of uh, promotion. And why this promotion is happening? Because we are following the great who are advanced in knowledge. And we just saw also before the association of sadhu was taught. So even by converging with such a great soul, one without any delay, shighram word is being a vidhunoti shidram. Vidhunoti means cleaning. So by association of a Mahatmanam, by association of a great person, once cleaning is happening. So Sutta Goswami is appreciating that assembly where great sages are assembled. What will happen? We'll have Sunday feast. What's happening there? All the like-minded people are assembled. Yes, there is some human error. There is something here and there. But as a pure devotee, we see uh, what is the overall outcome. What's exactly is happening. The process itself is very, very purifying. So Sutta Goswami is saying that this is so nice. Kutah punargrantho nam tasya grinato nam tasya mahatma ekanta praya anasya यो अनंत शक्तिर भगवान अनंतो महद गुणातवाद यम अनंत माहु. This is beautiful. Kutah punargranato nam tasya. Now, this conversation that happening within ourselves, that is so enlivening. Then what to speak of? Kutah punar. What to speak of? Grinato nam tasya, who are under the direction of great devotee, and Grinato, chanting the holy name of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mahatma Ekanta, who are constantly engaging. Ekanta means with full potency, with full concentration. We have to talk about the one who is always engaged in chanting the name of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has unlimited potency and transcendental attributes. Yamanantam, that Supreme Lord, is unlimited. So Sutta Goswami is appreciating to those who are engaged in the process of bhakti. Etavatalam nanu suchitena gunerashamya atishayanasya hitavataran hitvetaran prararthyato vibhutur yash angari Renum Jusate Anaviposhaha. Anaviposhaha. So, etavatalam nanusujitena. It is now certain that the Supreme Lord is unlimited and there is no one equal to him. Consequently, no one can speak of him adequately. Great demigods cannot obtain the favor of the goddess of fortune, even by the prayers. But this very goddess renders service unto the Lord, although he is unwilling to have such service. So, sages are saying that now it is confirmed, it is certain that there is no one equal to that Supreme Lord. Here, that Supreme Lord is referring to Lord Vishnu. And then he is saying that all the demigods, they are praying to Lord, they are praying to Mother Lakshmi for her favor. So demigods, the heavenly planets, it's known for their opulence and luxurious lifestyle that demigods have. So they are after Mother Lakshmi. But that Lakshmi, as they are saying, is at the feet of Lord. And she's always serving, although Lord do not need any service. Yathapi yatpada nakha nakha ava srishtam nakha ava srishtam nakha ava srishtam jagat vrinocho upahartha anambha shesham punati ane atmo mukundat ko naam loke bhagavad padartha. Wow. Athapi yatpada. So, as we know that Mother Ganges is coming from the feet of Lord Vishnu, and she is extremely purifying. So who can be worthy of the name of the Supreme Lord but the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna? Brahmaji collected the water emanating from the nails of his feet in order to award it to Lord Shiva as a worshipable welcome. This very water is purifying the whole universe, including Lord Shiva. So this purifying water here is referring to Mother Ganges. And Mother Ganges, as we know, she is falling on the jata, on the head of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is feeling very purifying. So the water that is coming from the toe of Lord is very purifying to the whole mankind, and even it's purifying to Lord Shiva. So who would be worthy to be called Supreme Lord? Bhagavat. Ko naam loke Bhagavat. Who would be in this loka to be called as Supreme Personality of Godhead except that Lord? So they are talking glories of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Yatra anuraktaha sahasaiva dhira vyapaha dhe adishu shangamudham prajanti tat param hamshayam antayam yasmin ahimsho upasamaha swadharmaha. Yat anuraktaha sahasaiva dhira. So he says that by following his feet, by engaging in his bhakti, sahasaiva dhira, the dhiras who are self-controlled, sahasaiva suddenly gives up the material attachment. I think that is the outcome, including the gross and subtle mind, and go away to attain the highest perfection of the renounced order of life, which includes non-violence, renunciation, and other courses. So there is still, before the narration will happen, the glories of the pastime of Supreme Lord is being discussed here. Sahasaiva dhira, dhira tatnamoyate, Krishna says. So one has to come to this stage of dhira. Rupa Goswami in Act of Devotion tells who the dhira is. He says dhira is the one who is not affected by the duality of the material world. So as long as one is in a water, they say that if you are in the ocean, you cannot stay dry. You'll have to get wet. Just matter of time. So as long as living entities are in the material world and they have material propensity, they have not made sufficient advancement, they will have this quarrel. So Prabhupada was giving classes that he asked, what is the reason of quarrel? I said, it's adhikar. Rupa Goswami has said that, our acharyas have said that. But if you study very carefully and not try to prove also sometimes, you don't have to prove that I know it. It's okay. Let it go. In due course of time, when Krishnas will give the mercy, living entity will be empowered. And then, they will realize. So, coming to the stage of dhira, which means not getting too much mucked up, with the situation that's happening around. Getting too much caught up is also sign of attachment. So not being too attached is very important, because unless and until we are not developing this detachment, then it will be very hard to attach. What is the purpose of detachment? To attach. That's called Yukta Vairagya. We are not detaching artificially and trying ourselves to focus on the vacuum. No, this attachment is to Krishna. So Sages are very nicely giving the summary, beautiful, summary. Aham hi prishto, since you are asking that I should be saying, then he's saying, Aham hi prishto, remano bhavadivi, akshaha atma vagamo atrayavan, navah patanti atmashmam patat trinash, tathasmam Vishnu gatim vipajita. So he's saying that aham hi prishto, since you sages are asking, I'm going to now narrate, describe the transcendental pastime of Lord as far as Atma Avagamo, Atma Avagamo, Avagamasya, Avagamamya, Atma Avagamo means whatever knowledge I have. So like Swami is saying, whatever knowledge I have, I'm going to narrate. Why? Because that Supreme Lord is Ananta. His pastime is unlimited. So I'm going to narrate his pastime. And then he gives a very perfect example that each bird has different capacity to fly. Eagle flies very high, you know, and other birds would not go that high. but each of them based upon their capacity, they are flying. So Sudha Goswami is saying that I'm also going to use my knowledge, whatever understanding, realization that I have about Supreme Lord to share with you. And I'll try my best as far as my capacity is. Example is given that as far as I can fly, as high as I can fly. The word is being here. Navaha patanti. Navaha means akas, the sky. Patanti means to fly. Atmashamam, whatever realizations that I have, I'm going to. Tatha samam. Atmashamam, tatha samam. Atmasamam means whatever realization I have. Tatha samam, according to that. So I'm talking according to whatever realization I have. Krishna's pastime is unlimited. And then Aham hi Pristo, I'm going to narrate now, since I have been asked by all of you great sages to narrate. So I'm going to narrate it. Then he starts narrating. The story begins. Once upon a time, Maharaj Parikshit, while engaged in hunting in the forest with bow and arrow, became extremely fatigued, hungry, and thirsty while following the stags. While searching for a reservoir of water, he entered the hermitage of the well-known Samika Rishi and saw the sage sitting silently with closed eyes. So Acharyas have given a lot of insight there that how Maharaj Parikshit became fatigued, became hungry, became thirsty, and since he didn't find the reservoir of water, he entered the hermitage of the Samika Rishi, and Samika Rishi was in deep meditation, in full meditation. Paritra Rudhena Indriya Prana Manobudhim Uparatam Sthanatrayat Praptam Bharmibhutam Avikriyam. So this Samika Rishi was beyond Indriya and Prana. So sages had withdrawn his senses, Indriya, life air, Prana, and intelligence after controlling them, Uparatam. So he was in deep meditation. He has fully controlled his senses, life air, mind, and intelligence. Everything was controlled and focused at the feet of Lord. Having surpassed the three stages, so in meditation there are three stages, right? Turiya, something they say. He had entered into a trance and Brahm Bhutanam. He was he was in the realization of Lord Avi Kriyam. He was so much focused that he could not move. Viprakirna Jat Akshanam Jatakshanam Raurvena Jinena Cha Vishusyat Talurudakam Tatha Bhutam Ayachata. So he was so thirsty. The word is there big. Vishushayat, Vishushayat Talur Udgam. Talur means, palate, and Udgam means for water. So he was so much Vishushayat. He was extremely thirsty. He was so thirsty that his palate, Talu, was dry, pretty dry. And Ayachata, he was requesting water. So then sages or acharyas have again said why this situation is coming. Because Parikshit Maharaj was put into Yogamaya. Similar situation when Krishna had to give the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Arjun was put into Yogamaya. Arjun, out of 700 verses, there are only few verses wherever Krishna talks about pure devotional service. Manmanabha Madbhakto Mandyajiva Namaskuru. Those are the verses are applicable to Arjun. Why? Because Arjun is already pure devotee. He doesn't have to hear about Karma Kanda, he doesn't hear about Karma Yoga, then Niskam Karma Yoga, Niskam Karma Yoga type 1, type 2, and then Jnana Yoga, then Ashtanga Yoga. Then no, he's always firmly situated in the Bhakti Yoga. But that knowledge had to be given to the mankind. So in order to do that, he was put into Yogamaya. And then as an ordinary human being, he's asking questions. Same thing here, Parikshit Maharaj was put into the Yogamaya. And Samika Rishi, when his son Shringi cursed Parikshit Maharaj, Samika Rishi is confirming that. He will tell, oh, you should not have taken him as an ordinary human being. He's not ordinary human being. He's pure devotee of Supreme Lord. So here it's all plan of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he was put into Yogamaya. Alavdha Trina Bhumi Yadir. Trin Bhumi Yadir. He was not given a place to sit. Asam Prayaptargha Sunaritaha Avagatam Avagyatam Ivatmanam Manya Manas Chikopaha. So when he entered, he was thirsty, he was begging, he was looking for water. Not only he was looking for water, but his situation was not good. So he, as a king, deserved to be welcomed. Says should have welcomed him and given him the place to sit. The word here is Trina Bhumi Yadir. Trin means a grass seat. Sanjoti Thakur is translating. And he should have given a proper respect. But Avagyatam Yuatmanam. But the sage was pretending like he doesn't even know that somebody has come. Or not somebody. King in a kingdom owns everything. So Parikshit Maharaj literally owned everything, the entire planet. That's the place where sage was meditating, the hermitage, everything is owned by Parikshit Maharaj. That's how the kingdom works. It's owned by Parikshit Maharaj. And this king is not Avagyatam Yuatmanam. Yuva Atma Nam. Pretending that nobody has come. Manya Amanas Chikopaha. Seeing that, thinking that he is being disrespected, Chuko Chuk Opaiti Aha Chikopa Aha. He became very angry. Now Parikshit Maharaj getting thirsty, getting fatigue, getting hungry, and then being disrespected. Now he getting angry. How all of that can happen? Adbhut Purva Sahasaha. So that was I'm saying. Adbhut Purva Sahasa. What is happening right now has never happened. This type of situation cannot happen. Chut Tirdhavayam Aradhit Atmanah. Chut. hunger, tridhavayam, thirst. That type of hunger, that type of thirst, or that type of aradhit atmanaha, anger and envy, brahmana nam, towards a brahman, that is adbhuta. So they're saying this is nothing but the plan of Supreme Personality of Godhead. How matsaro manayorevacha, mad matsara. How this anger and envy and this hunger and thirst, all of that can come together, and how Parikshit Maharaj can express his anger and envy towards a Brahmana Nam Prati Yahud Brahman. How he can do something like that to a weird person like Samaika Rishi. Satu Brahma Rise Ramase Gatasum Uragam Rusha Viniragacham Dhanuskotaya Nidhaya Puramagata. So Gatasum Uragam Rusha. He was so much in anger that Gatasum, Gatasum here refers to Agata, dead snake, Gatasum Urgam. He was so much in anger that he took a dead snake. Vinire Gachan Dhanush Kotaya. And after taking the dead snake, he put on the neck of, says Samaika, and Binir Gachan, Agachan, Binir Gachan, he left that place. Nidhaya Puramagata. He came back to his palace where he belonged to, Hastinapur. Esa kim nivritashesha karano milite ke milite ke chanaha mrisha samadhi ahoshavit kimnu syat chatra bandhuvihi. And now he is thinking. He has come back to his kingdom, and now he is thinking, he's doubting that that man was really in deep meditation or he was pretending. See, another offense here. Parikshit Maharaj. Was he really sense controlled or he was pretending? He was just pretending to avoid Kim Tushyat Kachatra Bandhuvihi, to avoid somebody who is of low birth like me or lower Kshatriya like me. Maybe he was just trying to avoid. It happens in introspections. The groove of thinking process, why somebody did like the way he or she did. So he is now doubting about what he has seen. So from here, theme is going to slightly change. Now Sringi Rishi will come and he will curse. But anybody has anything before I move to the next part of the discussion? Is it clear so far?
One question, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Fauzi.
Why would he think he would be a lower Kshatriya, Prabhu?
Because he was disrespected.
Oh,
He was just
not
he
because
was
of birth or anything, but he would
no
just.
no 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 no. Sometimes it happens. Yeah, sometimes if somebody misbehave with you,
Okay.
or that person might not have any qualification, but they can just say some bad thing to you. Then you would say, then emotion gets entrapped into it. Why he said like that to me? I mean, I'm now habituated of hearing that. Left and right, people are saying things, but I don't. Krishna's. Just put everything at the feet of Prabhupada. Prabhupada, here it is. I'm giving it to you. Deal with it. Let me do what I have to do. No, but it creates emotion. Why some? And people will react also. You are not good because somebody is saying you are not good. What do you understand about me? I'm good or not good? So this is whole planning of Yogmaya. I gave the background that Yogmaya is working with Krishna because Krishna has departed now and he was to incarnate also as Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is not that, and you will hear later part when Samika Rishi will turn back towards Sringi Rishi, he will say same thing. So no, Parikshit Maharaj is not a low birth, but he was just thinking like that. Again, you can say how somebody advanced devotee like that can think that I am low birth. Maybe he was pretending, he was not focused because he was not given due respect. So that created, that thought process.
Prabhu, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Parishit Maharaj having a pure devotee, how come he can get the anger like that? Is it
That's
a
what I'm
part
saying.
of
Yog Maya.
Hmm.
Krishna's planning.
And
So
I don't know where it is, where I read it. That day when he went to forest, he was wearing the crown of which belongs to Duryodhana.
I don't know that.
Because of that, he got that mode of passion and all those things that day. By mistake, he wore that. I don't
Yeah.
know how far it is correct.
In other Puranas, there might be some, but I cannot assure that there
Yeah, yeah.
might be something like that.
Mhm.
I think purport says it's the will of the Lord. He had to do this. Otherwise, the Bhagavatam would not have been spoken if he had not done
Right,
it.
right. It's will of Lord, right? Otherwise Bhagavatam would not appear. Yep, that's right. So far, Parikshit Maharaj has garlanded Samika Rishi with death snake, and he has left to his palace and is now introspecting. Then switching back to the hermitage of Samika Rishi. Tasya putro अति तेजस्वी बिहारन बाल को आर्भक है राग्य अघम प्राप्तिम ततम श्रुत्वा तत्र इदम अब्रवीत तस्य पुत्रो his son whose son Samika Rishi's son was Ati Tejasvi. So he was it was not like that he has done tapasya penances or severely engaged in the process of devotional service. It's not like that. Since he is a son of Brahmana, especially somebody like Samayika Rishi, he had that spiritual potency. Biharan Balko Arvakaha. He was moving around. Arvakaha means playing. He was playing with an boys. Ragyagham Praptim Tattvam. And he heard his father being distressed. And that distress was caused by a king. The king has arrived and he was so disrespectful to my father. He put the date snake. Srutva tatra tatra idam tatradam tatra idam. Srutva tatra idam abravit. He came that place. And abravit, he spoke. Aho adharmaha palanam pivanam bali bhujam yoh swamini agham yad dashanam dwarapanam sunami yoh. Aho adharmaha. He says, palanam here refers to the ruler, the king. So he's saying, O palanam, O the ruler, O the king, aho, whatever you have done is adharma. So translation goes, oh, just look at the scene of the ruler, Bali Bhujam, who is like crows and watchdog at the door, perpetrate sins against their master, contrary to the principles governing the servants. So he was a mature boy and he is thinking in opposite way. What he is thinking? He is thinking that Brahmana is superior than Kshatriya. But Parikshit Maharaj is not only Brahmana, Parikshit Maharaj is not only Kshatriya, he is Vaishnava. So he is saying that so watchdog is supposed to be watching and not letting anyone enter. So he's a king, So as a king, he's supposed to be watchdog, protect my father. But what he did, perpetrate. He avoided that philosophy, that understanding. The word is using here, palanam, the one who protect everybody. So as a king, his duty was to protect my father. His duty was to act as a watchdog. But what he did, perpetrate. He overruled that. And like a crow, he entered. He entered and he acted against the governing principle. So acquisition, he is accusing before he will give the curse. He is accusing. He's saying that he overruled. He did not follow what he is supposed to be doing, and he is Kshatriya. So Kshatriya duty is to protect Brahmana. He did not do that. On the other hand, he came inside and he acted in a very menial way. Brahmanayah Kshatriya Bandhurhi. See, Kshatriya word is coming here. Griho Palo Nirupitaha Shakatham Tad Giredwah Asthaha Sabhanandam Bhoktumarhati. The descendant of the kingly orders are definitely designated as watchdog, and they must keep themselves at the door. On what grounds can dog enter the house and claim to dine with the master on the same plate? I think it's very clear, right? So he is saying that Parikshit Maharaj should have acted as a watchdog. What right he has to enter? Krishna Gate Bhagavati Sastri Utpata Gaminam Tadvina Setum Adyaham Shashami Pashyata Mebalam. So he's saying, Sutta Goswami is saying, after the departure of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead and the supreme glory of everyone, these upstarts have flourished, our protector being gone. Therefore, I myself shall take up this matter and punish them. Just witness my power. So this man, Shringi, a mature boy, see what he's saying here. This is very, very broad, very powerful statement. Krishna Gate Bhagavati. Since Krishna has departed, this rogue and thieves have arisen. That's what he's thinking. And since they have flourished, now I have to take the responsibility to punish them. Are you all with me so far? So he is putting acquisition one after another to Parikshit Maharaj. And then what he does, Iti Uktva Rosa Tamaraksho Vivasyan Rishi Balakaha Kausiki Apa water Upaprisya Vag Vajram Vishasar Jaha. So Iti Uktva, after saying that, the son of the Rishi, whose eyes were red hot with anger, touched the water with river Kausika while speaking to his playmates and discharged the following thunderbolt of word. What he's saying, Iti langhita maryadam. Here, see the word. I'm sure you all understand, this langhita maryadam. You have crossed the limit. It says, langhita maryadam. Tataksha saptame hani. Snake tataksha. Saptame, on the 7 days. Honey will come and bite you. Danshati sama kulangaram jodito me tatadruham. So now he gave the punishment. He said that iti langhita maryadam. Now you have crossed the limits. On the 7th day from today, a snake bird will bite the most wretched one of that dynasty because of his having broken the laws of etiquette by insulting my father. Got it, Prabhus?
Yes.
So this verse now is a very, very important verse. 18th chapter, verse number 37, where Maharaj Parikshit is being cursed that on the 7th day, this snake Takshaka, Danshyati, will come and bite you. And this snake will destroy this rich person. This dynasty will be completely annihilated. Tato avhyata asramam balo gale sarpa gale varam pitram vikshaya dukhartho mukta kanto rurodha. Thereafter, the boy returned to the hermitage. He saw a snake on his father's shoulder, and out of his grief, says Pitram Bhikshaya Dukhartho. Seeing that the snake is wrapped around the neck of his father, Dukhartho, he felt very dukkha, he felt very sadness, very sorrow, deep sadness, deep sorrow. Mukta Kanto Rurodhava. He took it out. He took the snake out. Sava anigarasho brahmana srutva suta vilapanam unmilaya sankair netre drishtva chamase mritoragam. O Brahmana, the rishi who was born in the family of Angira Muni, hearing his son crying, gradually opened his eyes and saw the dead snake around his neck. Okay, so the snake has not been taken out yet, but he is grieving and crying in sorry, in sadness, seeing that there is a snake wrapped around his father's neck. Sutta Goswami is saying that hearing the loud cry of Sringa Rishi, Samika Rishi got up, opened his eyes, and saw the dead snake around his neck. Visrijya tamcha paprikshaha वत्स कस्माद् धीरोदिषि केने वाते अपकृतम् इति उक्तः स न्यायवेदयत्. Visirjaya, he threw the dead snake aside and asked his son why he was crying. Vatsa Kashmad Rodisi. Vatsa means his son. Kashmad, for what reason? Rodisi, he is crying. Rodisi. For what you are crying? He took the snake out. Vatsa Kashmad Rodisi. For what you are crying? Kene vate apakritam iti uktah sa naivedayat. On hearing this, the son explained to him what has happened. The father heard from his son that the king had been cursed, although he should never have been condemned, for he was the best amongst all human beings. The Rishi did not congratulate his son, but on the contrary began to repent, saying, Alas, what a great sinful act was performed by my son. He was awarded heavy punishment for an insignificant offense. This is Samikari's word. Oh my boy, your intelligence is immature, and therefore you have no knowledge what the king, who is the best amongst the human beings, is as good as the personality of Godhead. See, devotee, Samikarishi can understand. He is as good as personality of Godhead. Mam bhaktya puja adhikar. Bhaktyana vijanati. Krishna gives so much respect and regard to his devotee, for sure pure devotee. Such as Srila Prabhupada Vishwanath Thakur, so much. So he's saying that who is the best among the human being? He's as good as the personality of Godhead. Samamutam arhashi apikavah buddhe. So why he is being cursed? He is never to be placed on an equal footing with common men. The citizens of the state live in prosperity, being protected by his unsurpassable prowesses. So we'll continue from here in the next class, but you can see that Samika Rishi is not happy. Whatever Sringi has done, he's not approving it. On the other hand, he's saying that this is a great sin to punish for such a great personality who is taking care of all of his citizens. So now Samika is thinking differently. After departure of Lord Sri Krishna, this is the king who is protecting all of his citizens. He is not letting the Kali Yuga, I'm just giving the example, or any thieves and rogues flourish. So such a great person who deserves to be worshipped, you have cursed him. You should not have done it. So with that, we'll just give a pause here and see if there is anything anybody has. We'll follow up from here. Next class will be the last class, 7 or 8 more verses, and then we'll finish this chapter. Okay, thank you. Anybody, anything before we adjourn? What is
Prabhuji,
time?
uh,
Yeah.
so I was, while listening, I was thinking like Shammika Rishi, how brave he is. I mean, even after opening the eyes, he saw the snake around it. It didn't bother him, whether it's king or a Sudra who did it. No, he was completely oblivious to it. And so, or you know, it didn't matter to him at all. And Shreya, on the other hand, was so obsessed about it and lost all his intelligence.
So,
And like continue, Prabhu, or you have something? I was just appreciating how great is I mean the Shammika Rishi. He just like Brahmanas are meant to be very tolerant and without uh,
Duplicity.
yeah, and he knew perfectly well who is who, what is what. It didn't matter whether his blood relation or not or whatever. The highest principles have to be um, understood as they are from the, as established by the Lord.
Excuse me, Hare Krishna. Yes.
So, in the purport, if you read a few slokas ago, it says that this is the first uh, instance from which the Brahminical culture will start to dissolve, because it's the first case of discrimination, where a Brahmana thinks that somebody of the other caste is lower than them, and then so I think this is all because of the Kali's influence, and the boy was inexperienced, not like his father. So I think this is how it starts in this day and age. The degradation has started from that point onwards. I think it's in the purport we read earlier a few nights ago, that the
So
degradation
degradation,
started,
uh,
and now it's going to be continuing with that.
so not because of Samhika Rishi.
Yeah.
The degradation that's going to happen,
Yes.
not because of Samhika Rishi, because of Shringi.
Yes. Because of Shringi Rishi. Yes.
So the purport that you are referring to is talking about Shringi Rishi.
Yes.
So for sure, Shringi Rishi is showing pride, showing immaturity, showing the what's that word? Varna Sankara propensity that Brahmana is supposed to be superior than Sudra,
Yeah.
and that's what is in Kali Yuga is prominent. So that is the place where Prabhupada is citing that is the place where Brahmana courts to a deserving person, although the person did not deserve any punishment. But then
And
Mataji's point was she's appreciating Samhika Rishi that although he was garlanded with dead snake, he was more than that, he was disturbed in his meditation. There is one verse that says that his meditation he has fully controlled his senses and mind intelligence and everything, and he was fully focused. So that is a bigger offense than putting a snake is just a gross object, but somebody how much it take to come to that stage to be fully focused. We are all struggling, but this chapter has a very beautiful verse number 48. That is another verse that one should always read and remember. And that says, Tiraskrita vipralabdha saptah chipta hata api nasya tat pratikurvanti tad bhaktah prabhu apihi. This is beautiful. I'll talk about that verse once we will get there. A person who is being defamed, cheated, cursed, disturbed, neglected, and it says hatapi, even being killed, they are never acting in avenge. It says although that person is capable to do that, but is not working in avenge. That is the forbearing. That is the quality of a devotee. So Samhika Rishi since Mataji said that, I wanted to cite that verse. Samika Rishi is that type of devotee. And even Parikshit Maharaj, this verse is referred to Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj was, he would have simply said that, okay, I don't take this. He should have counter, he can very easily counter curse. But no, this is desire of the Lord. And this is very high. This is not ordinary bhakti. This is not ordinary, dealing with XYZ. And if one acts on that basis, people will say you are sentimental, you are living in a different. It's okay, I live in a different space. What's the problem? Let me live in my different space where true bhakti resides. Why have to live in this space where I feel contaminated? So these are the verses that answer most of the conflicting questions that arise in our day-to-day life.
That's one of the
But,
questions put in the homework.
but can we get there? Can we accept it as it is? Ordinary mind would never accept that. You look smart when you smartly answer somebody questions. You look great when you very greatly downgrade somebody. So in today's society, the expertise and the greatness is seen how you are showing it off. But devotee has nothing to do with all of this thing. Okay, I'm not great. That's fine. I'm very fallen. That's fine. Why should I waste my time into all of this thing? So this also requires chakshu. It also requires some degree of understanding. If one does not have, it says like draws like, like draws the like, the person who is after money, power, wealth, power, position, the person who are after that, all of them will be attracted. But somebody has pure devotion, then pure devotee will be attracted. So it's like that, it's surrounding, you respect and disrespect depends on who is around you. The people who are not of your mind, they will disrespect you, even you have good quality. And that is why Krishna says that Traigunya Visaya Vedya Nastar Gunya Bhavarjana. Go out, forget about all of this thing. So get up, and don't get attached with this, relationship that guna is showing. But in normal dealing, you cannot say. But as a pure devotee, that is your value system. What is my value system? My value system is what it is saying here. Tiraskrita, vipralabdha, saptaha, chiptaha tapi. Everything is happening. Nasyatat pratikruvanti. Does not react. Now, can you survive in the material world? Pratikruvanti, by not reacting. No. Can somebody take this principle as the principle of their conduct? No. No, you cannot survive. But we are not here to survive. So this is very deeper mood. That's what Uttamadhikaris are doing. Madhmadhikaris in the higher stage they are doing. They are not thinking things in that way. So Samika Rishi definitely is a very, very powerful personality, and he can see. But also Sringi Rishi is the Shastra itself, the scripture, the verses itself says that he is a immature boy. The word is being balkaha. The balka word that is being used there, not only to say that he was balka, but he is also immature. Iti Langita Maryadam, he's saying, oh, you have crossed the limitations. How he can, what limitation he knows about. So, but more than that, it's all being spoken to Parikshit Maharaj. That is very important concept that we have to know. It's all being talked to Parikshit Maharaj. And Parikshit Maharaj very easily, he took it. And then this verse comes. This is the forbearing of a pure devotee. Why? Because this is happening because of Krishna's cause of all causes, and we have given a presentation on that also. Ultimately, everything that is happening for a higher purpose, and it's coming from Krishna. So that's how we take. Anyways, so
Can I say something, Prabhu?
yeah,
So, Parikshit Maharaj is being put into that state by Yogamaya potency. That's why he did something. Uh, but at the same time, if we look at Shringi Rishi, he is not in the Yogamaya or whatever. He is acting out of his own. He became an instrument uh, to make this happen out of his own offensive nature or prideful nature or his previous karmic thing or whatever. He's been placed by the Lord in that situation. He became instrument. Isn't that right, Prabhu?
yes. No, it's not like that he became instrument. He is acting under Mahamaya. So Parikshit Maharaj is under Yogamaya and
Yes.
Sringi is under Mahamaya.
Yes.
So he is still acting as an ordinary person.
Yes.
So
Instrument in the sense we are all instruments. I'm just saying one of them may be acting under Yogamaya and the other one may be acting under Mahamaya, but still we are all the instruments.
yeah, right. Krishna is teaching everyone in that way. So yes, but ultimately, will is there, but it has to be sanctioned.
Yeah.
So that sanction part comes from Krishna. So Parikshit Maharaj knew that although this guy Shringi acted under Mahamaya, he and the word is being here used rodanti. Here is that word. He's crying, and so all of that is basically uh, pitram vikshaya dukhartho. He's seeing his father having that snake, and then dukhartho. He's basically vikshaya dukhartho. He's crying, in sorrow. Right? This is just basic human emotion. It's very basic. So he's under human emotion, and then some of the other verses are being spoken here.
Prabhu,
Watchdog.
yes,
Yeah.
he's under the emotion, but the thing is, what he did after that, he didn't have any control. Yes, crying, yes, but what he did after that.
Yeah. After that, he cursed. Right. So the curse is coming also out of his emotion, but that emotion, when when it was reflected to Parikshit Maharaj accepted it. So yes, he's acting under Mahamaya against a pure devotee, and devotee took it.
And just like, Ashwatthama, where under his emotion when Duryodhana was collapsed to the grounds, and he just took it upon him and went and killed 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi, which was also a heinous act. Yes, he is your friend, but what happened to your intelligence?
Yes.
You lost all
So
of it.
that is also example of a human emotion, right? He thought that by doing that I can make Duryodhana very happy. But Duryodhana said, no, why this is not you should have done. So sometimes this is kind of extreme of the human emotion. But your point is also valid, that are we not being instrumental? Yes, all the living entity. That's another thing that will take me a different direction. So up to some extent, I would say that, to wrap it up, not every entity is being instrumental, because you have free will. Krishna has given free will. So if you are misutilizing the free will, then you are not the instrument. You are like people who are meat eater, people who are, uh, doing prostitution, they can also say that, Krishna wants me to do like that. No, that is misuse of your independent will. But as long as somebody is working under the purview, then they are, yeah, they are becoming instrument. Like we can say that Arjuna is being used as an instrument to bring the Bhagavad Gita to us.
So the
Mother, you were saying something.
yeah, Prabhuji. So I'm not saying the instrument in making something good happen, but the Lord's will is Srimad Bhagavatam has to,
Yes.
and it
Yes.
has to come to Parikshit Maharaj. So he
Yes.
did it. He was into Yogamaya potency, and he was he did whatever he did. But at the same time, there has to be another person for him
Yes.
to reverse. So he is also an instrument where to bring that thing, like Srimad. I'm not saying the good, the positive way, but
Right.
I'm
Right.
just
Right.
saying where the
Right.
instrument
Cause
has,
of
I'm not saying
cause
it
to,
lines. I'm
right.
just in an absolute sense.
Right. So the word is being used here, Adbhut Purva Sahasa. So this word Adbhut Purva tells that Lord has put Parikshit Maharaj in Yogamaya potency. So
Yes.
Parikshit Maharaj is being used here as an instrument because he is now acting against his normal conduct, a normal character. So he's
Yes.
put into the that condition to act as an instrument for Bhagavatam to appear. But on the other hand, Sringi is part of it. Sringi is part of it. Sringi might have his behavior, his tendency like that. So Sringi is presented here as a person who has behavior like that, a person who is afflicted with with
Well,
normal emotion. But yes, the two are part of it.
and
The two
if
are,
you also look at the Pandavas, I mean Draupadi, she lost her 5 sons. She lost her 5 sons, and what did they do to Ashwatthama?
yeah,
Didn't let them kill,
yeah,
and they let him go. So
yes,
even though there is a human emotion, what did she do?
yes.
After that. So the difference between how we are acting on our
Ah,
and when we are going by Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru.
very how we are acting is what you are. Yes, how you are applying the knowledge. Yes, good discussion. I was thinking if we can find some other time for this class than this morning time. I see that Nadia Kripabu lives right at 8:15. I don't know. He has class, I believe 9 o'clock. And
Today
then,
is Sunday, right, Prabhu? Sunday, I think Saturday he has classes. I don't know,
oh,
maybe he has, I don't know. I'm just saying at Bhagavad Gita class, I think that's on Saturday.
Sunday you have class, Mataji?
On Sunday, I do not, because of the inconsistency, it didn't move any further. There was a lot of breaks and stuff.
I
Oh,
think
so,
we should change time now. I think we
huh?
should. I think we should stick with this time. This is good.
No,
Yeah,
but this time is a little difficult for me because I go for Harinam
in
and
the
I
morning.
play mridanga and harmonium and all of that. I get very by the time I come home, sometime it's like 10 o'clock, 9:30. Then I take some light prasadam, and if there is some message or something that I have to deal with, I deal with all of that. So we are sticking with it, but it's kind of little bit
Prabhuji,
presenting some.
is the evening possible? Because evening also, everyone is now, since the Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. It has turned upside down. Evening is now very relaxing for me, right? I come from Sunday feast, then I'll take shower, and in the evening mostly I'm reading or I'm playing harmonium and doing things like some other devotional service. So morning has become little easier for me. If I as all of you remember, this time was chosen for our normal Sunday feast time, And what's happening is that it becoming too much stress for me. Saturday, I have too many things to do, classes, and then I go for the Harinam, play in instruments, and then come late, like 9:30 or so, eat something. I can't go to bed. I have to walk before I go to bed. So all of that